4, 3, 2, 1.
I feel like I have to. All right. Whatever this is. Good morning and welcome to the Morning Market Minutes brought to you by 3T Academy. I'm your host, Billy, and I'll be taking you through today's top market stories and analysis. Today's show is proudly hosted by Double Bottom Trades, which is all of us, where we're going to bring you the latest in trading strategies and techniques, man. We're going to do the same thing we do every day. We're going to be consistent, go through the market, make a plan, and then execute on that plan. But before we do that, we got to have some motivation from our famous Lady A and the Blue Juice Queen. Go ahead, fam. That's an inside joke, just so y'all know.
All right. Good morning, everyone. The morning motivation for May 11 is success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts.
Man, what you said. What you said. My God, that is so deep. When you go after anything that you want to do in life, especially when you care about it, especially when it's something that really touches you, before you get there, you will take the chance of losing everything. Like, you will be up to here where you can't breathe, you can't see, you can't feel, you don't even know which way to turn. And it's like you just want it all to stop, right? And the only way that it stops, or the only way that you break through, is either one or two things. Either you stop what you're doing and then go back to the bullshit that you just came from, or you continue to push and you get even more uncomfortable. At some point in time, you're going to push through that resistance, and it's going to be the hardest thing that you've ever done. But the only way that you stop, or that you're not able to push through, is just by stopping. It doesn't matter what you do in your life. It doesn't matter what you do in your career. You're going to hit a fucking wall. At some point in time, whether it be day trading, whether it be life with your wife, with your husband, with your kids, anything that's worth shit to you in life, you're going to run up on a wall and you're going to have to find a way to push past that shit. It doesn't matter what it is, man. There's going to be resistance of some kind. Nothing that's worth anything is going to be able to come easy. You're going to have to fight for that shit. And if you have to fight for it, you're going to appreciate it that much more when you get it. So, that was good. I like that one. Real shit, man. When you start standing up for yourself, the world's going to come for you. It's going to make sure that's what you want. Promise. All right. Let's get into this, man. We're going to check out the Fear and Greed Index. Let me share my screen. I'm all on today. Let me just tell you. You guys have been on my mind all night. Let's see. Put this up on this screen. Let's pull this over. Fear and Greed Index, man. Fear and Greed Index, we're sitting at a 60. Same thing, we've been staying in that 60 area. We're going to change things up a little bit. We're going to focus on the regular markets this week. I'm going to trade with the team. We're going to kind of back away from the SPY this week and the options and just get back into the regular market. There's plenty of movement out there, so if we can find some good press release and actually wait for our setups, we can make some good plays. I've been so focused on the SPY a lot lately that I need to get back to the groove of things and some excitement. I actually want to play a golf play. I really, 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 really want to play a golf play. Ever since I seen Deck play one the other day, I missed that excitement. But it is a shit show when you play. You got to be ready for it. But we're going to play some this week. So Fear and Greed Index sitting at 60, man. Take your profits when you have them. See your levels, see your area, trade your levels and trade your areas. Don't trade on the profits that you're trying to make. If you try to trade and make profits, you're going to get killed. Trade on what you know. Let's go check out FinViz real quick. I didn't want to trade it off so bad. It's stupid. Give me that home. The Dow is down 30 points. The NASDAQ is up 126. S&P 500 is up 18. You can see they all kind of did a double bottom here, or what we like to call a double bottom. Had a little touch, another touch, and starting to go off to the side. You can see it as it pulls together a little bit on the NASDAQ. You can see more of the W form. Same thing on the S&P. These are the types of W's that I really don't like. I mean, they usually rebound anyways, but when you see a double bottom, you want to see your second leg higher than your first leg, and that shows more of a bullish sentiment rather than a bearish sentiment. So, your double W's leaning to go up rather than leaning to go down. Just some of the things we look for. As you can see across, This 33,550 area was resistance. We had a doji star form here, and you can see some resistance and see if it's going to turn. Let's see if we'll confirm resistance. The NASDAQ broke through a little bit of resistance at the 12,250, spiked up. Now we're at the 12,306. We'll see if that's going to act as support or resistance, or if we're just going to slice through it. Same thing with the S&P 500. We broke through that 412. Okay, fine. Yeah, we're sitting at the 412.90. I know we dropped down to like 408, I believe it was yesterday. So the S&P, the SPY, they're taking huge bounces. So you have to be ready with your levels, and we're going to see where we're at today. We'll see if this 412 holds up as support and it came all the way down, or if we're going to get a bounce. When this thing breaks support and resistance, or I should say, when it breaks support, it slices through like butter, It's crazy. Some of the top gainers, CTIC, HCDI, UFAB, MVST, TCRX. I know TCRX was a good one from yesterday. Some of the new highs from yesterday, RXST, CTIC, FNCA, and ACHV. We'll get more into it as we go throughout this week. I'll show you the overbought, what you can do with the overbought ones. And some of the, we'll just play off the RSI a little bit. I'll show you guys some little bit of that. Before we get into the SPY and actually do some SPY shit, let's see what the morning squat's talking about this morning. Destin scan. All right, here we go. Thursday, May 11th. Y'all ready for cat in the hat? Or muddling in the new frontier. Unthinkable. Care about that. Oh, I saw about the little Hobbit Janet Yellen. We might have to read that. I like reading about hobbits and shit. See what I did there? More muddling. Wednesday was another mixed day for stocks. Just so y'all know, on my WhatsApp, Janet Yellen is my little avatar. I love hobbits. Wednesday was another mixed day for stocks. The Dow slightly closed down, while the NASDAQ and S&P 500 finished a little higher than investors chewed over April's consumer price index. Sorry, mix that all together. The data showed inflation is indeed going down, indeed slowing down, but at the expected pace, which means we're more like a ways off from the Federal Reserve cutting rates after hiking them 10 times last year. On Thursday, markets will process April's producer price index. We'll get some information from Dustin, which measures inflation at the wholesale level. Economists surveyed by Dow Jones estimate that it rose by 0.3 month to month. We'll just keep looking at that and we'll get some numbers. I don't care nothing about Disney and the earnings. Markets is at stake. Yellen again warned of economic catastrophe if Congress fails to address the debt limit. The notion of defaulting on our debt is something that would so badly undermine the U.S. and global economy that I think it should be regarded by everyone as unthinkable, she said. America should never default. Yeah, we should never, but that don't mean we're not. Yellen said this in response to a question about leading GOP presidential contender Donald Trump urging Republicans to let the U.S. default. The Democrats don't agree to sweeping spending cuts in exchange for raising the debt limit. They're playing with our lives, folks. I'll just be real with you. We can't default on this loan or on the loans, and it's not something we have to do. We have the money to pay it. It's all politics right now, but we're at that apex. We talk about it all the time. We have resistance coming from below of the government, right? We have the U.S. dollar, we have the war, we have the BRICS nation, we have the banking system. All that's on a trend down for us. Yet we have all the people that want better lives and better things for us, so that it's coming to that apex where there's going to be a pop one way or another. They have to make a decision. Title 42 ends in 16 hours today. What's that going to do for our southern border? There's a lot of things going on in the world. Not to scare you, but to prepare you and have you really, when you're playing these markets, that's why you take your profit when you have them, man, because this thing can go sideways real fast. Microsoft pauses hikes. I don't care about that. Showing the cracks. I don't care about the Russia and Ukraine narrative deals. Dustin, are you on here, fam? He might be doing this thing. Yeah, he's doing this thing real quick. So we'll go over to. So we'll pull up the camera and if he comes on, we can talk to it. Let's see. And the 11th. Today we have the core PPI, the producer price index. PPI year over year. The initial jobless claims, that's the one that we really want to look for. I know Dustin's really good about posting this information after it comes out. And then what we actually look for and why we look for it. The continuing jobless claims, that's going to affect our economy. I know it's a crazy thing, but it's just so messed up to say. We need unemployment to go up so we can have inflation come down, right? It's a messed up thing, but it's just where we are. We've been talking about this for months now. Minneapolis Fed president, I don't care about that. The Fed governor, Christopher Waller speaks, really don't care about that. The only thing that we're going to be looking at for today is the core PPI, the initial jobless claims, and the continuing jobless claims. When Dustin comes on, we'll have him talk about it a little more if he wants to as well. Let's go ahead and get with Lady A real quick and check out the DXY before we get into the SPY. Which way are we heading?
Oh, shit. I was like, you keep moving your screen and for me to grab the share button, I have to.
My bad.
Yeah, stop moving.
Tea time.
All right. All right. Today I started on the daily for you guys. And as you can tell, we did have a fairly green day yesterday. My suspicions with the way the macro environment is happening right now is people are flocking to the dollar, not like droves, but I do believe with the debt ceiling debacle going on, people are looking for the dollar for safety and they don't want to take risk assets. So that's partially why we had a little pop yesterday. So we're just going to have to continue. Like I said, once we get up in like this gap right here, this is where we're going to start going up again. So it's just a day by day. Even if I take down to the 4 hour, still in a upward trajectory. Zoom it in. Do the same thing I did yesterday. Get rid of the lines. Does it look exciting? No, but like I said, the DXY moves very, very slow. But it's a freight train when it starts moving. Once she starts going, it's hard to stop the DXY from moving. So
that's a good statement. People are looking to put their dollar in something. That makes me want to go talk to Faye for a second. Faye, with the way the gold and silver is right now, I think when I looked this morning on the American spot prices, like $2,045, $2,050 on our end. Is it now a good time to put money in gold and silver, or should we? I know how me and you talk back and forth and stuff. If you're going to get it, you might as well get it now. But is there a good point? Should they hold their dollar now? Should they go ahead and get gold and silver? What's some of your advice on that?
Well, you know what I'm going to say. Right? It's always a good time to get gold and silver. I think with all the volatility going on, it's your safe bet, right? I don't feel safe in anything right now other than something that's tangible, something that you hold on yourself, something that can't be taken away from you. It's a no-brainer for me, right?
Yeah, I kind of agree.
I don't want to sit here and put my money into, all these risky assets, put it into the dollar, and I don't know it's going crazy right now. I know what the safe bet is precious metals, because it's the only real thing. The only real money, I should say. That's real money. And if you guys want to check out the Discord, I put in an article there which talks about what real money is. And it'll go and explain it to you step by step.
Oh, yeah.
And then it actually proves to you that gold and silver is the only real money.
Well said, well said. I know me and Darren were talking about the other day because, we have cash on hand too, and we kind of feel the same way, Crypto is in a crazy space. I have about as much as I feel comfortable investing in crypto right now until, it does something. Still dollar cost average into quant. I haven't put anything in XRP for a while. But yeah, I'm the same way. It's like I'm more of a proponent of physical gold and silver, holding on hand. But there's just something me and Darren were talking about. Like, if you have cash on hand, where do you want to put it right now? And I kind of agree. I think gold and silver is where it's at.
Yeah. You still want some cash, but I mean, I think gold and silver is a good way to stabilize your portfolio. If you are in other assets, you want something that's tangible, right? So you want to balance out your portfolio with something real.
Yeah, I agree. And Faye did teach me to use gold for, if you want to buy gold, use it for assets. Like if you want to buy future assets, use gold for that. If you want barterability, like if the dollar collapses and you need peer-to-peer transaction, that's where you need silver coins of some kind. Like I have the Canadian rounds, silver rounds and stuff, just for that peer-to-peer, but use the gold for when things pop and it really goes, I can use that money to go buy bigger assets because it'll hold its value as the dollar drops. Good stuff. Dustin, you're back, fam. Can you tell us a little bit about the market watch? I kind of went over a little bit, but I'm nowhere near what you do, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank you for going over that. Sorry, I lost internet connection. So in the market today, do you want me to share my screen or you got it?
No, I'll share your screen. I'm gonna make you I'll share. That way it's easier for you.
Okay. All right.
I was looking at Curly's screen, looking a little behind it, waving.
So in the market today, we have a number of reports coming out. The producer price index, core PPI year over year, initial jobless claims. But the only ones we're kind of really focusing in on are the core PPI reports, the initial jobless claims, and the continuing jobless claims. Usually what happens if the initial jobless claims report, and we usually go over this weekly, if that report is down, our jobless claims are down, then we'll usually see a spike in the market. If the jobless claims are up, then we usually see a little bit of a dip. It just depends. But these two reports there, the initial jobless claims and continuing jobless claims, are big reports we watch every week. And with regards to the core PPI, I don't know if that's one I've gone over lately, but kind of what the core PPI means is it basically measures the average rate of change in price for which consumers buy and sell their products. And an example of core PPI, what they're kind of referring to is furnished goods generally, which includes like footwear, soap, tires, furniture, that kind of stuff. So the core PPI measurement will give us a good indicator of the market and kind of where inflation is and kind of the general prices, the overall average price range change in the market. That's all I have, man.
Good stuff. Yeah, keep us updated. Check out Mighty if you want any information. Dustin posts about this weekly, if not daily. So now, with all that being said, man, went over the DXY, went over the market. Now let's go check out Kyle's SPY. What you got for us, fam? I love my teams, TA.
How's it going? All right, so share my screen real quick.
And it's not K-Do and it's not Cody, it's Kyle from K-Do's Corner. Just so y'all know on the screen, say his name with respect.
All right, so I'm on the 5 minute right now. Yesterday was perfect, man. This thing played exactly off of these levels. It bounced right off that 0.382. Me and April were talking about that throughout the day. Like, it's going to go down and it's eventually going to touch this. I think I've been mentioning this for the last few days that it's going to come back down eventually and touch this 0.382. And this is a fib that I've had pulled all week long. So it finally came back down and it touched that. Now we got a bounce play right off of that. So now we're sitting up inside this golden pocket. We had gotten rejected off of this 702, which is the middle of the golden pocket. We'll see what happens when it opens. We got a lot of resistance to get through to go to the next leg up. You have this trend line that is a very strong trend line that's been, in place for quite a while. We got to get through that. And we also got to get through the top of the golden pocket. I would see if we can get through all of that, I think that we could possibly get rejected at this 0.888. So that might be a good opportunity to put a put contract in for it to get broken back down to the downside. And then as far as on the way back down, these are the same levels that I'd be paying attention to on the way down. Now this bottom of this golden pocket will hold a support. And you also got your VWAP here that has got to get through. And then you got your 0.5 fib. So there's a lot of support on the way down as well. So you're just going to have to kind of pay attention to the levels, keep an eye on the MACD at the same time, as well as the RSI. If you use all the multiple indicators along with your trend lines, support and resistance levels, I think that you can kind of get a gauge where the market's going to go.
Well done, fam. Well done. Great information, man. Great info. Yeah, I love your analysis. We're working on a book to get to you guys as well. That way you guys, you'll have something in front of you that goes over, like Kyle was just talking about, the RSI, the MACD, the different indicators. That way you can flip back and forth. The team's been working crazy on that book, man. I can't wait for it to come out and you guys get that book. It's gonna be dope. And every one of you will get that, so don't worry about it. As soon as it's done, we'll get it sent out to you guys. I think that's it, man. That's a wrap for today's Morning Market in Minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick and informative look into the financial markets. Remember to stay up to date with the latest news and analysis by visiting our website at 3T Academy and following us on social media. Big shout out to our host, all of us and the team, and Double Bottom Trades for bringing us the best in trading strategies and techniques, man. Remember, this is not financial advice. We are your financial friend. Everything that we're doing is based on our own opinion and how we process things. Don't try to copy our trades. Don't try to copy what we do. Come in, try to get educated from what we do so you can educate yourself so you can make your own plays and execute on your own trades. And hell, you might even be on the screen with us, man. Come play with us. It's life-changing shit. Go make today your bitch. I love you guys. Deuces.
Recording stop.
All right. Y'all ready for this?
Have you gotten wrecked in the crypto market space or watched your crypto portfolio go all the way up and then all the way down without taking profits? If so, it's probably because you didn't have an exit plan.
We did,
The good news is that doesn't need to happen anymore thanks to a new and innovative crypto tracker called Merlin. It's the smartest way to track your crypto. Merlin brings all your coins into one place so you can see all your assets across the different exchanges on one screen. You can see your total portfolio value and, more importantly, your daily gains, losses, and totals since inception. Merlin puts the power back in your hands so you no longer have to guess what your portfolio is doing on a daily or monthly basis. Most importantly, Merlin lets you create an exit plan and sends you notifications when your targets are reached so you no longer have to get wrecked in the marketplace. Go to merlincrypto.com, that's merlincrypto.com, and sign up for our free 30-day trial and get on the wait list so you can receive an email when the product is launched. Don't miss out on this new and innovative app, Merlin. It's the smartest way to track your crypto.